This conference will now be recorded.
All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Clearlines training session. I'm your host, Kipp Cohen. It is Tuesday, the 2nd of April, 2019. I am here for the next 60 minutes to answer your questions about the Clearlines indicator running on the Medved Trader platform. This session is recorded and will be posted to the equity-alerts.com YouTube page. You can find that by going to equity-alerts.com. Look for the YouTube logo up on the upper right side of the page and click that. It'll take you to our YouTube page. The session is every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you have a specific question for me, please enter that through the GoToMeeting player. If for some reason you cannot figure out how to do that, if you can't figure out how to send the question through, you're welcome to text a question to me directly on my cell phone at 972-841-8886. I don't mind that at all. Hey, Jerry, I see you're here. Welcome. Yeah, if you have a question that you want everyone to see, you can send it to everyone. If you have a question just for me, you can send it just to me. I think if you send to everyone, then everyone sees the question, which is fine. I think. Anyway, real quick, let me give you a overview of myself and how this all came about. Again, my name is Kipp Cohen. I was with WiseTrade for 17 plus years before they shut their doors last year in August, and was fortunate enough to be introduced to the Medved team, which actually Jerry from Medved is here with us today. And we were, through that introduction, we were lucky enough to be able to integrate the Clearlines indicator onto the Medved platform. It is both Medved and Clearlines are both subscription-based trading tools. The Medved Trader platform is free for those of you that have an Ally Invest or Ally for MB Trading funded account with over a $500 balance in the account. You are provided free access to Medved Trader. For those without an account, they give you 30 days free, and then it is $19.99 a month, or if you pay annually, they do discount the platform fee. Clearlines is, depending on what package you subscribe to, it is, if you just are subscribing to Clearlines by themselves, it is $59 a month, plus the Medved fee and potentially data if you don't have an integrated broker. If you are Equity Alerts subscriber and you add the Clearlines to the alerts package, it just adds an additional $29. We discount the combination package, which is $129 a month for equity alerts and clear lines. So there are different packages available. If you're interested, you can email me directly, kip@equity-alerts.com, or you can go to our webpage to get more information at equity-alerts.com. When you go to the webpage, there is a clear lines link with information about subscribing and about the indicator. The clear lines indicator is a very close replication of the Wise Trade algorithm. I did not or do not own the algorithm, but one of my partners in Clear Trading Systems was a former programmer for Wise Trade and was able to basically develop a very close companion to it. I have to be careful with my words. Technically, Wise Trade's out of business, but Ally still owns the product, so I don't want to cross any lines and get in any kind of trouble. The one thing majorly different that you'll notice is that the clear lines, you'll see an up and down arrow on the charts. Those are confirmations of crosses. So when the lines cross over and then the interval completes or locks in, then you will get a confirmation arrow. We're finding that it's very helpful when you're trading actively on a 1 and 3 minute together side by side. When you get a 1 minute or 2 1 minutes followed by a 3 minute, it does provide a very strong indication of a trend reversal. So I do already have one question from Mo. It says, can we do scans in this platform? If so, could you please demonstrate? An example could be a scan with recent large spikes in volume. So one of the great things about the Medved platform is that they do have a scanning tool, and you can actually create different scans. So what you will want to do is basically open up. You need a portfolio to scan from. You need a list of stocks to scan from. So what I like to use is I go in and open up my NASDAQ 100 because that's got a lot of stocks on it. And then you'll notice there is a tab called Scanner. And from here, there are some pre-built scans. So one of them is called Unusual Volume. And you can pick what time frame. So if we want to run on a 3 minute time frame and we're looking for unusual volume, I can click Start. And then if a stock pops up with unusual volume, and I don't know how that is defined as, or what defines it as unusual, and maybe Jerry can answer that, but you want to enable auto backfill. Okay, so these are the parameters for the volume. I don't specifically so hold on. Current day, you want to enable auto backfill. Oh, auto backfill. Okay. Thank you. I didn't know that. So let me start again. So it's scanning right now. Oh, Jerry says those parameters allow you to further filter the results. Okay. So right now, nothing coming back with unusual volume on a 3-minute time frame. So we could go to a different time frame. I could stop and go to a 5-minute time frame, and then it's going to scan through again. So right now, you can click on parameters. Oh, so oh, very cool. The parameters for the scan, volume bar, okay, so minimum bar volume, 1,000, minimum price. So if let's go to 40%, 40% up. Do we have to restart it when we do that? Or does it automatically? And let me go back down. Let me go to a smaller time frame. I'm actually going to do a 2-minute time frame. All right, and I'm going to lower down. I'll go to 10%. Let's see what that does. Still not getting anything back. There you go. That's going to bring back a lot more. So let's go to. All right, so Hologic and STX having a little bit of a. Let's see what STX looks like. So yeah, there's like a little baby spike. Let's see, Hologic's is getting a little volume spike. Let me go to a 1 minute. There you go, a little spike on the 1 minute. So are you seeing how to do that, Mo? Did you see what we were doing? I don't know why my historical charts aren't loading though right now. Actually, that was a big spike. On the Fox. So there are different scans that are pre-built that they have put in here. Price crosses daily pivot, price crosses monthly pivot, regression channels, crosses with parameters. I don't know what an ant signal is. Death cross or golden cross, price crosses price channel, price crosses regression channel. And of course, the one we just looked at was unusual volume. So I guess, Jerry, are you guys going to build more scans, or is there a database somewhere where users are building scans? Right now, we don't have a database for them, though people can share.
Right now, we do not have a database for the.
Oh, did you want to share that on the microphone? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Were you wanting to speak?
Oh, I just wanted to say that right now we don't have a database for them. We have a forum and we have a section there for scans so people can discuss and or share. We're considering adding custom scan area, kind of a database right inside the program, but it's not available right now. Thank you.
So here, if they go to the forums, it's within this forum.
Correct, and there's scan paint bar area.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, if some of you guys want to learn more about building scans or sharing the ideas on how to do that, you can post in the forums or review the forums to find out what people are doing, what other scans they're creating.
And plus, I mean, the ones that are built in are basically we're trying to show it as an example of what can be done. And notice that some of the built-in ones are defined in simple mode, some are in advanced, again, to give an example of both situations. Though, if you go to the definition and then hit F1 to get help, we have extensive help available within the system for the scans and paint bars.
That's within that.
If you click on the edit scan and then just hit F1 key, or either F1 key or that little help icon in the upper right corner. Either way will bring up the help specifically for the paint bars.
Yeah, and this is so past me because I'm just this reminds me of programming, and I'm so bad at.
Well, the simple mode you can do point and click. You can just select, the values that you want to compare and click on which exact what exactly you want to happen when it triggers. But the advanced mode is definitely a more programming type definition for the paint bars.
So Mo wants to know if we can do a scan that has unusual volume spikes and a beta higher than 1. Is that possible?
I'm sorry, repeat.
He wanted to see if we could do a scan with unusual volume spikes and a beta higher than 1.
Sorry, Kipp. Well, you know how it is with my hearing. Just apologies to everyone. My hearing is a little bad, so usually typing is best.
1 second. Let me send this to you.
Right. Okay. The only thing is, I'm not sure if you're getting the data for the beta. Not all data feeds return that. I think that isn't the beta for the one we have now. I think it's for options.
Okay, and I don't think I have options data.
Right.
Okay. Is there maybe a different one, Mo, that you would like to do? I'm gonna let him answer and see if he responds. So I do have a question with like this scan, the crossing the daily pivots. Does it matter what time frame you're on? Because daily pivots are daily pivots.
That one, that one should not matter as far as frequency.
Okay.
Well, okay. Correction. Basically, the extended hours and the frequency and the items that you specify in that section are exactly the same as what you would see on a chart. The reason is the scan is actually creating internally a chart based on those settings for every symbol in the portfolio. And that is what it's comparing to. So if you open up a chart at the same time and set it to the exact same settings as you see on that scan tab, the results should match the rightmost candle on that chart. So, so for example, if you're doing the pivot cross, if you set it to 5-minute frequency, that's the same as a 5-minute frequency on the chart, and you'd see that 5-minute candle crossing the pivot. That would trigger the scan or ping pong. So as you can see, the ALXN, it's crossing R3, and that's what the scan is returning. It's R3 up.
So how far back is it looking? Because it crossed in the.
It is looking at the rightmost candle, because the scan is always, it's real time, so it's trying to figure out what is currently meeting the criteria. So it's always looking on the most current candle.
So
now
like
the thing is, if you're
is just above R3.
Right.
So that's what it knows. It knows that it's, even though the prior candle was also above R3, but it did, actually the prior two were both above, but they did break it.
I think if you look at the definition, I think it's actually looking at greater than R3 versus crosses. Maybe that scan is, the naming might not be quite accurate, but it should actually be above R3.
Okay.
The name of the scan should be above the given pivot point.
Let's see. Identifies when the price crosses the.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. It's using a close greater than or equal to comparison. If you wanted to only show on the candles exactly when it crosses, but not if it's already above, you could just make a copy of the scan and change that greater than or equal to comparison operator to be crosses.
Okay, I got you. I'm not going to change it though.
Right.
See, like AAL is on the list. It says R1. Oh, it's up. See, that's what confuses me. I guess it's because it's above R1. Is that, let's see.
Well, I mean, this particular scan just shows you where it is relative to different uh, different lines on the pivot points.
Okay.
But if you want to tweak the scan to only do, let's say, R3, but not R1 and R2, again, all you have to do is go in there and remove the other rules that are highlighting the lower pivot points, and you're going to get this. You're going to get the result that you want.
Yeah. So this is basically just telling me where it is relative to the daily pivots, basically. So since we have Jerry with us, does anybody else have a specific question for Jerry? Anybody? I did share in the equity alerts earlier, but I'll share with these guys the, let me go ahead and stop the scan. The new candle patterns feature. This is something that they added to the software that recognizes different candle patterns, and there's a whole list of them. Some are bullish, some are bearish, and some are both both bullish, bearish. And you can pick either single, one or multiple, or you can select all of them. I mean, it brings back a lot if you select them all, but we'll pick a doji and a gravestone doji, and we'll do a hammer and a hanging man. And then you can pick what type of shape you want to appear on the chart and where you want it to appear on the chart. And then apply it and click OK. And then you'll notice on the chart, there are these little stars that will appear. And it tells you what pattern it was. So doji, 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 a lot of dojis on Comcast, or we can switch the stock. And there's a doji, hanging man. So for those of you that like very specific candle patterns and you want to be able to find them, this is a tremendous tool. I don't use candle patterns just because, they don't always follow through, and it's just one more indicator, one more thing you got to keep up with. I'll try to keep it as simple as I can.
What we found is that there are some candle patterns that are relatively rare, but when they occur, they're a strong indicator. So if you're just looking at charts, you might not see them for days. But if you're doing a scan on 1,000 symbols, it's handy, to find that one symbol that might have that pattern forming. And so that's where you can, it can be useful. You search for a few of those obscure ones on a large portfolio. You might only get one or two items as a result, but when you do get it, it can be very handy. It might be showing a very strong short or a long pattern.
So how can you run the scan on a portfolio?
I'm sorry? Oh, you mean for the candle patterns?
Yes.
We now added, that's one of the items in the simple rules. So if you go to the scan editor, you can now select scan as one of the items to check for. And then you see the exact same scan selection screen as what you just brought up, but for the scan versus just showing it on the chart.
So if I open up my NASDAQ 100.
Mm-hmm. So go to the scanner, create a new scan.
New scan.
Mm-hmm. And in the first if, yeah, generate the ID there. Oh, you don't need to switch to advanced. Yeah, just put in something for the ID. And now in the first if statement in the rules, go down. No, where you actually select select the values. Go down further, all the way down. There you go, right there. In here, click the drop down. There should be candle pattern detected. So select the candle pattern. No, it was right at the top.
Oh.
Like fourth one down or something like that.
Oh, candle pattern. Okay.
Right. That's it. And now click on select patterns, the button.
Oh.
So you can just pick which patterns you want to search for.
Yeah. What's one of the good ones that?
Doji, I guess that's an easy one for testing. Or you can just do select all of them, you know. But now when you hit OK, now indicate what you want to occur. So you want to check the scan result box.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. In the rule, you have to tell it what you want to happen when the situation is detected. So check the scan result box.
Scan result. Hold on. Okay.
And that's really that's really the minimum requirement.
Do I need to set a shape?
Save the rule. Yeah, that's all you need. So now just save the rule and run the scan. Or actually just save the entire scan and close this window.
Uh-oh, I gotta.
Right. There was an error, I think. Try running that scan. Huh. I'd have to check what the error was. Something I didn't like about that. See that there's an X there next to it.
Right here.
I'll check on that. Unfortunately, I guess I can't show you what the.
Okay.
Are you using the most current version?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay. So there was also a question. So like I know we have that clear lines arrow scan that we created, but there's a question. Can you run it on more than one time frame? Like.
I see. Yeah. Right now we cannot. We basically you do one scan per one definition per scan. Now you can open up multiple portfolios. You can make 2 copies. You can make a copy of a portfolio and then open them in 2 separate windows, and then run 2 different scans with 2 different time frames on them. But that's the only way at this time. We are considering actually either allowing multiple results per scan or multiple scans per portfolio, but that's down the line.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So this is 5-minute crosses, or I can change it to 3-minute.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I just recreated the issue with the candle, so I'll have that fixed shortly. But right now, there's a problem.
Okay, no problem. Can you add that clear lines arrow to the? Well, I don't know if you can add that to the defined ones, or the problem is maybe if you're not a subscriber. I don't want. Well, I'll talk to you about it offline. I'm just thinking of an easy way for individuals that want this scan.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I was just thinking about the easiest way to make this clear lines arrow scan available to users.
I mean, if you can put it on the website, and if it's double click, if they just open it, it should open inside Medved Trader and automatically import. So that's a very easy way of doing it. So if you on the main, not on this screen, but on the paint bar scan list, you can export the scan, and then you can save that to put on the website or email. So right here you can click the export button.
Oh, and that's it right there, clear lines arrow.
Yeah, I mean that's actually the one. I mean, you already have it, so you should be able to. You can take that. That's just a file, so you can share that file with someone. If they try to open that file, it'll open it inside Medved Trader. So.
Okay, so I can share that then.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, very good. That's good to know. All right. Any other questions for Jerry right now? One of the things I'll tell you that everybody really likes is the chart trading capability and the ability to now see the risk to reward. And I'm just gonna throw something in here so everybody can see it. But this I think is one of the best new features with Medved is that if I want to place a trade on the chart, and let's say I'm going to short here on ADI, okay, I can put in a bracket order, and then I'm going to see basically on the chart my risk and reward. So if I put my limit there and I put my stop right there, hold on. So I can see that I'm risking 85 to make 95 before I place my order, or I can adjust my limit down, and then I see, oh, now my potential gain is 175 and I'm risking $85. So I just want to, Jerry, we love this feature.
Thank you. And we, note it shows the gain on both or loss on both the main and the limit portion of the stop order.
Yeah, yeah. Or if you use a stop loss or you use a limit, you see your gain or
Yeah.
loss. That is a huge feature. I mean, it's a huge benefit to know at a quick glance how much you're risking in a trade and how much your reward is going to be. So kudos to you guys for putting that on there.
Thank you. Thank you. We're
Are
planning
there,
to add a few other little minor features like that, like on the depth of market on a DOM window to like a P&L column. So you'll see exactly what the P&Ls at each price level before even dropping the order. But right now, it's only available, I guess, if you have level 2. But right now, we're planning basically to add a column there. So if you have a position, you would show a P&L column, so you know what the profit and loss is at every price point.
so that's something you're going to be adding soon?
I'm sorry?
That's something you're going to be adding soon?
Hopefully in the next build, in the next main release. It's not done yet. Together, at the same time, we add conditional orders.
Yeah. So yeah, are there any other interesting new features coming?
The conditional orders is a biggie coming up, where you'd be able to, instead of having to do a limit order, let's say to short, and then after it's filled, having to put the bracket, you'll be able to do it all in one.
And that's so that like if someone wants to be able to put a market plus stop,
I'm sorry?
if someone wanted to do a market plus stop, is that going to be
Exactly. You could do that. You'd be able to do I think I enabled it for your trade ticket, right, Kipp, for conditional orders. But we'll be adding it to charts and DOM as well.
Yeah, I think mine has it right now. I think. Yeah. Hold on.
I actually, Kipp, I'm going to have to cut out here, but I'll be able to get on the next session that you have. So if anyone wants demonstration of anything, I'll be glad to do it at that point. All right?
Yep. Thank you very much, Jerry. Appreciate you being here.
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that was a very nice surprise having Jerry pop in today and sharing some of his insight and things going on with Medved. Again, love our relationship with Medved Trader. They're a great partner with us, and just wonderful things. I can't say enough great stuff about those guys. They've got a great trading platform, and they've been extremely responsive to our needs and to just traders' needs. They've built a great trading tool, and we're glad to be associated with them. And if you have questions for Jerry, you can always email them through their website. I think it's just support at medvedtrader.com. Yeah. Hey, Chakotay. I'm sure he'll be back here on Thursday to join us again. He just said he would join us. So you'll have to meet on here. I don't think the only thing they don't do is they don't offer phone support. They do support through email, but they're very responsive, very quick to respond. Yeah, you can get with me later if you have some things you need to discuss, Chakoti. Let me know. All right, any other specific questions right now? Let me just go back through and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so far that's it. All right, and I'm going to move my stop down on ADI to break even. So that actually was a pretty good spot. I don't think with 15 minutes to go it will get to where I initially targeted. So I'm going to move my target to VWAP, which I think could happen. That's only about 12 cents away. That could happen before the end of the day. That VWAP is one of the indicators that we like to use. It's the volume weighted average price. We like it because stocks tend to gravitate back to those levels. With about a little less than 15 minutes to go, oh, it popped up and grabbed me. Oh well, out flat. That's all right. It wasn't moving around a whole lot. So hold on one second. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Let's just spend a few minutes on talking about layouts. So for somebody that's just starting with the program, if you go to the layout library, there are some pre-built layouts. A couple of them are built by Medved and a couple of them by me. Hey, Bruce, see you tomorrow. It's always a great starting point to build from, to use one of the pre-existing. So if you use, let's say, the clear lines for active trading, you can click on that, and that's going to open up that specific layout. And then, except sometimes this happens, so I may have to restart. Let me restart real quick. Okay. My indexes, for some reason, didn't pop up the first time. So this is my 8-chart layout that I created, basically as a replication of showing the 8 time frames that were on the WiseTrade software. I know a lot of y'all like that ability to watch a bunch of different time frames at once. I found it's not as necessary. It just depends on the individual. So, but this is got a monthly and a daily, and then there are 6 different minute time frames: 21, 15, 8, 5, 2, and 1. If you use the swing trade layout, that has a day, week, and month, and then a 130, 130, 60, 30, 10, and 2, 10, 30, 60, 130. Yeah. You can change minute time frames at any point. You can shift any of these intervals. You know, if I want to switch my 5 minute to a 3 and my 8 to a 5, you know, I mean, you can do that very quickly. If I don't feel like I need so many windows, I can close certain ones. So if I just want, let's do 4 time frames. Okay. So I'm going to close down this daily chart and I'm going to expand this monthly. So this will be my trend window, long, mid, and short. Okay. And then we'll go with we're going to close this window, stretch this over. We're going to go with a bigger intraday time frame. Let's go with a 30-minute. So we have a daily, day, week, or month. That's the historical chart. So that's our trend. Then we'll use a 30. We'll use a 30 or 60. We use the 60. The 60 is going to give you a nice view of what's been going on for the last week and a half. And then we'll go with a 1. We're gonna 1, 3, 5, and 15. Does that work? You got 4 on the bottom? Nah, I think that's too many. What do y'all think? We can do a 1 minute and then a 5 and 15. That's not bad. Or see, we don't really need a big, actually. I'm just kind of getting a little creative here, that's all. I'm just trying to show you guys how you can create different layouts. We could do 1 and 1, 3, and then we do 5 or 15, because I like to do that, switch between 5 and 15. And then I can show my candles here and here. And we'll go 100 bars there and 100 bars here. No candles here, no candles here. And I'm going to do maybe just a 30. I'm just going to do a 15. The reason I like the 15, except I need on the 15, I need to show the candles because I draw the first 15-minute time frame to get my fib levels. So I guess reality is I want to show my candles. And then really, I don't need such a big chart here. So I can shrink that down a little bit. And then I can stretch this out. How's that? Does that work? What do y'all think? So I kind of like this. This is let me save it, save layout. 5 chart layout for active trading. That's what this is, 5 chart layout. So that's all, all you have to do is you can take an existing layout, move things around and adjust it, and then save it, resave it, save it as something else. So what I like about this that I just created is that I can see the trend right here, the monthly, weekly, and daily. So my overall trend. I don't need candles on this to look at the trend. I've got my 15-minute, which I like to use for drawing the first 15-minute Fibonacci level. Okay. There's my first 15-minute fib. I like the 5-minute because that in the morning is good for the we call it the choo-choo or the train trade for the 5-minute breakout. And then the 1 and the 3 is what I focus on trading more actively. Now, really what I should do is move these up above. I don't know why, because I think it's easier looking. I don't know. Maybe I like it better this way. Whoops. Let's tighten that up a little bit. Okay, that makes more sense for me in my eyes. So I'm going to resave this. Save layout. 5 chart layout for active trading. I like it this way a little bit better. I like the 1 and the 3 up above. And then I have my 5, 15, and my historical chart below. So this way, when I'm trading, I can watch up on the upper lines and see what's going on right now. And then I can just use my, oops, where is my, actually I don't want the NAS, I want my Popper Dropper watch list. So let's save that one more time. There we go. All right, that's how I like it. That way I can flip through my Popper Dropper watch list. And see what's going on. The only other thing I need to add is I need to add up here, I need to add show quotes window because that is important. And I just need it on one window. That's just going to give me the last bid ask, the change, the volume. I don't need it on all my windows. It gets a little too busy when you put it on all the windows. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. All right, so that's about it for today. I don't see any more questions. Thursday's session will probably be a little shorter. I am leaving to go to Florida Thursday afternoon for a meeting with Lindsay and Jim, my partners in Equity Alerts. And so we'll probably be a little shortened. This session is recorded. It will be posted to our Equity Alerts YouTube page. You can go to equity-alerts.com, click on the YouTube link, and you'll find our recorded sessions right here. This was
This conference will now.
This was last Thursday's. If you have questions about clear lines and want to learn more about it, you can go to equity-alerts.com, click on the clear lines tab. If you're interested in signing up, there's a sign up at the bottom. If you have specific questions about clear lines, you can email me at kip@equity-alerts.com, or you're welcome to call or text me at 972-841-8886. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Have a great evening. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.